So today, we really only have two options today. Both are fine. Doing the 22 miles yesterday really set us up for success for today. We're either doing 13 point something miles or 17 point something miles. Either mileage option doesn't really affect tomorrow that much. Tomorrow's going to be a shorter mileage day, and we're finishing the 100-mile wilderness tomorrow, getting to A-Ball Bridge. It'll either be like 11 miles or 14 miles-ish, something like that. I did the math last night, but I forgot. Funny story is, even though I have, spent so much time researching blah, 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 seems like I should be an expert on this darn trail I've been traveling for 6.5 months. Somehow, and let me add to that, going to the ATC Center in Monson, listening intently to Wendy's presentation, videotaping it, all the things. Somehow I had it in my head yesterday that once we got to A-Ball Bridge, that was it until Katahdin. I forgot about those additional 10-ish miles to Birch's campground. That's where we stay the night before summit. So I was saying in my head that we had today, tomorrow to A-Ball, then I was summiting. Not true. It's today, tomorrow to A-Ball, one more day to Birch's, then we summit. Good news is there's no rain in the forecast all week, so, that's really, really good. Bad news is it is getting cold. The highs for Katahdin this week are in the 30s and 40s. It is what it is. Obviously we will get advice from rangers and stuff like that as far as weather conditions and summiting and safety and all of that. So we'll see what happens. Also, the official mileage for the AT this year was 2,197.4. I have said it and wrote it like a million times, right? And then this morning when I was looking on Far Out for mileage and this, that, and the other, now suddenly it's at 2198.5. I don't know where those additional 0.9 miles came from, but we'll see. Also, when I was using the Privy this morning, I felt the need to read people's comments for Katahdin on Far Out. Almost had to use some of my toilet paper to wipe tears. It's going to be emotional. Not sure if this bridge is still in use, but bridges are fun.
Yes, I did sit in that chair. Why would you even ask that? Of course I did.
I thought this was trail magic, but it kind of could be.
Yeah, totally.
I got a banana. So what are my friends? You don't have to say your names on my YouTube if you don't want to, but you can. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Shelly.
I'm Patrick.
And we were just asking how far the road was because we heard a car and we're like, what? Because I was going to have Augustine run to the gas station. But they were like, no, we're 20 miles away. And then they were like, you can have whatever food. That's my smile. They didn't know they were going to be trail angels today, but they are. Thank you. I had a banana. fun trail going right along the beach, kind of. If you'd like to know if I'm excited about my lunch today, the answer would be an emphatic yes. Tortilla with Justin's honey peanut butter, this maple pecan crunch granola that our new friends gave us, the banana that they gave us, and honey drizzled on it. Almost looks like dessert. Looks like a chia hedgehog to me. Something chia. Mama Kay's hiding in the clouds, but she's over there. There she is. That chia pet needs more water. We're on the last significant climb of this entire hike, with the exception of Katahdin. It's like Nesbitt something mountain. It's getting me. The 0.2 miles to summits are always like the longest 0.2 miles ever. Okay, there's Mama Kay. She looks different to me. She looks further away than when we saw her yesterday, which maybe depending on the viewpoint or angle or something she is, you never know. This is gorgeous though. This is Lake, whatever that word is, that this mountain is. I'll look it up. Okay, there's two big words that start with an N. The mountain that I'm on the summit of is Nasuntabut, and the lake is the Namakanta. And I think that's a boat down there. Oh yes, I didn't even see over there. There's boats and stuff. Huh. So pretty. The clouds just lifted some, so yes, now that looks like Katahdin. Okay, so from this point, far out says that we're only 16 miles from Katahdin, but it said in the description 35 AT miles, but I think it's 36 miles because I don't know where that extra 0.9 came from, but whatever. All right, this is interrupting the most beautiful, I don't know how many, we've been on like 15 minutes of Augustine giving me the most beautiful pep talk I've ever received in my life, and I'm crying. But we're coming down here and there's these crutches, and I was like, glad I don't need them. And it reminded me of the Pollyanna reference I made before where she was playing the glad game. And what they received in the missionary barrels was crutches, and so she was like, oh, I'm glad I don't have to use the crutches. So glad I made it down my final tough descent and don't need those. All right, back to my crying and my beautiful motivational speech that I hope I remember the rest of my life. We're at the Pollywog Gorge rim, and I am being very, very careful. I was honestly a little nervous to come out here, even me. But I said, what would Uncle Bob think if I didn't come out here? This is how tired I am. I don't even want to walk down there to get an unobstructed view.